resources, so pretty great of them to come on track and show they do have what it takes to make their own engine and perform. They're honestly what Honda should be, and I guess they ended up getting the better end of the employees from Mercedes and Honda, so that's a good thing for everyone. Now P1 and P2, this was very difficult. I think these two teams are the closest of the four, and it's very minor things that could change even come Australia.
Granger knows that as an HVAC technician, the heat is on you every day. Your first call, an office building with a noisy AC unit. Time to put your experience to work. On site, your meters don't lie, the blower motor's failing. But Granger's easy-to-search website quickly helps you find what you need to keep the office and their HVAC running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
And number 2, I put Ferrari as the best balanced car overall, and the upgrades that they've added to the team have only made it better. Yes, it did seem like the rear wing was experimental, maybe we'll see it on other tracks, but a very cool innovation. Now what they did around the diffuser section and that exhaust was also amazing, but talking about the car generally, the platform was great, it looked great in every corner, was great on the straights as well. I had very little complaints about this car. Sure, it had its inconsistencies from time to time. I think Lewis struggled a little bit more with it in its rear instability, like all these cars have with those very quick oversteery snaps. But in general, both drivers looked pretty happy. I think they were holding their smile back. And Ferrari just looks good. I hope this is the continued trend. They've been quiet and they've done an amazing job. Considering we haven't seen the race day package, which is just insane, Australia will be when we see the full upgraded Ferrari, and we've already seen the full upgraded Mercedes. At least that's what they told us. I could see this team moving up to P1 as long as similar reports around this whole engine trick thing don't end up becoming something of an insane advantage in Australia. So that's my P1. It's Mercedes. They have the best engine on the grid overall. Starts, it definitely goes to Ferrari, and we've even seen a couple of those starts where Lewis Hamilton goes from 11th to P1, and that will make a big difference, especially in the start of the season. But other than that, its stability has been very good. I think it is the less reliable engine to Ferrari, so that could also play a factor in this season. And maybe it looked a little bit weaker in this low-speed stuff in comparison to Ferrari, but not by much, and they do have the quicker engine, so I think that will help them. A lot of the time that was gained by Ferrari was under braking, and then of course in those exits where Mercedes was gaining even more time. It's super competitive between 1 and 2, and I could flip them around, but this is just my initial thoughts after the 11 days of testing that we've had it, and I'd love to hear yours down in the comments below, as well as the predictions you're going to make on Unchained Media 8. Thank you all for stopping by. Please leave a like, subscribe, it would mean the world, and peace.
Just being an Expedia member, I can make these trips happen more often. Members can also earn monthly cash on select bookings, which can also be used on future Expedia trips. The best part? Signing up is free. If you're dreaming of traveling soon, book with Expedia for exclusive member prices.
I've definitely been laughed at. People are like, that's a scam.
Generally, ranchers are one of the more skeptical groups.
You start actually questioning yourself, is this really legitimate?
I was consciously pessimistic about it at first.
But then you start reading, you start educating yourself with trusted sources.
With crypto, you can have instantaneous transactions. You can transact 24 hours a day.
It could do so much more on your level of finances. Less fees, more transparency, it's sustainable, it is equitable, and it's fast.
You can interact directly on the blockchain, exchange items of value much more easily.
It offers you access 24 hours a day.
It's my money, I have access to it, and I can do whatever I want. Whether that's invest, pay somebody, or just use it as retirement. This technology really can be used for good.
place where crossing a street feels like an extreme sport, where coffee is made with eggs, and where you can become a millionaire just by exchanging $50. You might think you know Vietnam through the history books, the bowls of pho, or the iconic carnival hats, but this Southeast Asian gem is hiding secrets that will absolutely blow your mind. From things that are illegal in the West, but completely normal here, to a cave so massive it has its own weather system. Is Vietnam just a budget travel destination, or is it the most underrated country in Asia? Today, we are counting down 15 surprising facts about Vietnam that no guidebook tells you. And stick around, because fact number 4 might save you from a huge culture shock. Let's dive into the land of the ascending dragon. Number 15. A country uniquely shaped like the letter S. Have you ever taken a close look at a map of Southeast Asia? If you trace the eastern edge of the Indochina Peninsula, you will find a country with a distinctive, slender silhouette that curves perfectly into the letter S. That is Vietnam. This is not just a quirk of cartography, it is a masterclass in geography. Vietnam acts as a strategic balcony, looking out to the vast Pacific Ocean. It is bordered by the immense power of China to the north, and the rugged, mountainous terrains of Laos and Cambodia to the west, while its entire eastern and southern flank opens up to the East Sea. This unique position makes Vietnam a vital artery, connecting the major economies of China, India, and the ASEAN region, playing a crucial role in global trade routes. In terms of size, it covers over 331,000 square kilometers, roughly equivalent to the state of New Mexico in the U.S., or slightly larger than Italy. But do not let the size fool you. Vietnam packs an entire continent's worth of diversity into its borders. The terrain is a dramatic theater of contrasts. In the north, you have the roof of Indochina, the majestic Fansipan Peak, rising 3,143 meters into the clouds. Yet, just hours away, you can find yourself lost in the endless fertile plains of the deltas or exploring the rich biodiversity of mangrove forests. With a coastline stretching over 3,260 kilometers, it is a paradise for ocean lovers, home to world wonders like Ha Long Bay and the pristine sands of Mai Beach. Because the country is long and narrow, the climate is remarkably diverse. The north experiences 4 distinct seasons, including a chilly winter, while the south enjoys a tropical rhythm of only 2 seasons, rainy and dry. Meanwhile, the central region faces the most complex weather, battling hot, dry winds in the summer and storms in the winter. Number 14. The beauty and resilience of Vietnamese women. When discussing the beauty of Asia, Vietnamese women always leave an unforgettable impression. It is a unique blend of gentle grace, smooth skin, smiling eyes, and an elegance that is often showcased in the traditional Ao Dai. International rankings, like those from Insider Monkey, consistently place Vietnam among the countries with the most beautiful women in Asia. But in modern society, beauty is just the surface. Vietnamese women are breaking stereotypes and asserting themselves as powerful leaders. According to Forbes 2024, Vietnam holds the Southeast Asian record for the proportion of businesses led by women, an impressive 40%, far exceeding the global average of 28%. A shining example is Madame Leng Phi Thuong Tao, the region's first self-made female billionaire, who inspires millions to dream big. However, behind the boardroom success lies a reality of incredible endurance. Vietnamese women are often called super multitaskers. They run companies by day and manage entire households by night, spending an average of over 5 hours daily on housework. This endurance training has forged a spirit that can withstand immense pressure without complaint. In relationships, they are known for loyalty and depth. But make no mistake, the new generation is independent and proactive. Trends show a 25% increase in premarital cohabitation, and more women are taking control of their love lives through apps like Tinder.
Meal prep used to feel uninspiring, but now, meal prep is...
Number 13. The Kingdom of Motorbikes. Welcome to the Kingdom of Motorbikes. As of 2024, there are approximately 75 million registered motorbikes in Vietnam. To put that in perspective, nearly 3/4 of the population owns a bike. In cities like Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City, they account for 90% of traffic. Walking out onto the street during rush hour feels like facing a tidal wave of engines and helmets. Why so many? Because in the maze-like alleys of Vietnamese cities, the motorbike is the ultimate convenience. It is a livelihood. It is a cargo truck. It is a family minivan. You will see drivers balancing full-sized refrigerators, giant panes of glass, or even cages of live pigs on a simple Honda scooter. For tourists, the biggest challenge is crossing the street. Here is a survival tip. It is an art form. Do not run. Do not step back. And definitely do not freeze. Walk slowly and steadily. Be like a rock in a stream. The motorbike riders are the water, and they will magically flow around. Number 12. Things that are illegal abroad but legal in Vietnam. If you visit Vietnam for the first time, prepare for some cultural shocks that might be illegal back home. First, the open-air salon. In the West, you need a licensed facility to cut hair. In Vietnam, all it takes is a stool, a mirror nailed to a tree, and a set of clippers. You can get a haircut right on the sidewalk, amidst the roar of traffic, for the price of a loaf of bread. Then there is the drinking culture. In many countries, public drinking is fine. Here, the sidewalk is the park. A low plastic table, tiny chairs, and a glass of Bia Hoi, fresh draft beer, are all you need to start a party. The chant of Mont, Hai, Ba, Duzio, echoing through the streets, is the social glue of the nation. Finally, the medical system. Buying medicine without a prescription is a common practice. No waiting for doctors. Just walk into a pharmacy, describe your symptoms, and walk out with antibiotics in under 5 minutes. It is a level of convenience and freedom that is hard to find anywhere else. Number 11. Strange customs of ethnic minorities. Vietnam is a mosaic of 54 ethnic groups, each with unique traditions that might shock Westerners, but are deeply meaningful. Take the bride kidnapping custom of the Hmong people. It sounds alarming, but traditionally, it is often a playful, symbolic ritual, where a boy kidnaps a girl he loves to his home. The twist? The girl holds the power. If she refuses, she can leave, and no one can stop her. Or the Red Dao weddings, which are marathon celebrations of singing and dancing that can last for days. Interestingly, in some cases, the women are the ones who propose, and the groom moves into the wife's house, a rare matriarchal tradition. Even death is treated differently. The Lolo and Tay people have a custom of feeding the deceased, bringing food to the mouth of the departed to show filial piety. The Hani people erect wooden statues of their loved ones and share meals with them as if they never left. Number 10. Vietnam's vibrant coffee culture. When you think of coffee, you might think of Brazil. But Vietnam is the world's second largest exporter and the undisputed king of Robusta beans, controlling nearly 40% of the global market. Vietnamese coffee is not for the faint of heart. It is robust, bold, strong, and packed with caffeine. The national icon is Café Suadal, iced milk coffee, dripped slowly through a metal filter, thin, into sweet, condensed milk. For the adventurous, there is the legendary egg coffee. Born in Hanoi, it involves whipping egg yolks with sugar until they form a creamy, custard-like foam that floats on top of the bitter coffee. National Geographic calls it a must-try, describing it as liquid tiramisu. From coconut coffee to salt coffee, Vietnamese baristas are constantly reinventing the game. Number 9. A global leader in agricultural exports. Vietnam is effectively a pantry for the world. As of 2024, it consistently ranks in the top 15 global agricultural exporters. If you are eating a cashew nut right now, it likely came from Vietnam, the world's #1 cashew exporter. The same goes for black pepper. And in the fruit kingdom, Vietnam dominates the dragon fruit market with an 80% global share. And let's not forget rice. Vietnam is a top 3 global exporter. Its ST25 rice variety was even voted the world's best rice, beating competitors from Thailand. This abundance is thanks to the fertile Mekong Delta and the relentless innovation of Vietnamese farmers. Number 8. Home to the world's largest game. Deep in the jungles of Fong and Cay Bay lies a natural wonder that defies imagination, Sun Dome Cave. Fully explored only in 2009, it still shocks scientists. It is so massive that you can fly a Boeing 747 through its largest caverns or fit a block of 40-story skyscrapers inside. But it is not just a hole in the ground. It is an alien world. The cave has its own localized weather system, clouds, and a primeval forest called the Garden of Eden growing inside, where the ceiling collapsed. It is a real-life Jurassic Park. Access is strictly limited to about 1,000 people a year to protect this fragile ecosystem, making it one of the most exclusive adventures on Earth.
These glasses are not a toy.